The first thing you need to know is that all architects were not created equal. Make sure you engage an experienced, registered architect. Unfortunately, not everyone who calls themselves an architect is an architect. In every state in Australia, you have to be registered architect to use the word architect, or even offer architectural services. Architects are required to display their registration number on all their advertising and correspondence, and they are legally bound by the Architects Act and a code of conduct. No registration number usually means not a real architect. Building designers, draftspersons, architects, what is the difference? Architects are required to undertake a minimum 5 years university study and have a certain amount of postgraduate experience before being eligible to register. Architects are taught how to translate ideas, concepts and requirements into three-dimensional reality, and they have the skills to communicate this information to the authorities and your builders. Draftspeople have normally undertaken a 12-month TAFE course where they were taught how to draw plans. And building designers are either experienced draftspersons or they've partially completed their architectural studies, but they don't yet meet the requirements for registration. The most important point is that experience matters. You will have to live with the results of what you build long after your architect or designer has moved on to their next project. One of the world's most famous architects is quoted as having said, "A doctor can bury his mistakes, but an architect can only advise his clients to plant vines." I've heard that some people would prefer to bury their architect. Pretty pictures on a website don't necessarily mean the architect or designer has happy clients. If there are vines growing on the building, that's a good sign that perhaps you should look elsewhere.